Howdy, welcome to NGS Season 9. Here we have Illidancing Queens versus Calculated Throw, ready for a fantastic matchup. And if you could see the icon synergy that these teams have, it is absolutely fantastic. But you can't see them yet. You'll see them at the loading screen. We're getting ready to go into Infernal Shrines as the first map. Calculated Throw banning out Battlefield of Eternity and Sky Temple. Illidancing Queens banning out Braxis Holda and Curse Hollows. Illidancing Queens pick the map, and Calculated Throw will have it. We'll have the first pick. I'm interested to see how these teams start drafting against each other for Infernal Shrines. Really fun map to play. Sorry, just getting a couple things situated. And yeah, let them know I'm ready. Untapped Fear, absolutely. Thanks for the follow. By the way, you can cheer for all the teams you want. We're excited. I'm excited for this match. Again, as I said, give you a quick point of reference. Calculated. I'm looking at the wrong bracket. Illidancing Queens and Calculated Throw. Within about 4 or 5 teams of each other. Within about 4 or 5 teams of each other in the rankings. So a little bit of an uphill battle here for Illidancing Queens, but if their portrait synergy, it has nothing, or has no other indication, it is that they are here, they are organized, and they're ready to play. And Calculated Throw looking to avoid any calculated throws to keep their position within the division. Alright, got a few things going on in the lobby. Looks like some strategic stalling, maybe not stalling, but Illidancing Queens is ready to go, and Calculated Throw about to be as well. Night, welcome to the area. And they baited me. I told them, let me know when you're almost ready so I can get started. And then they're like, hey, we're not ready now. And I am talking to you guys. But I love to be here talking to you guys. As you know, Infernal Shrines is a 3-lane map. It has the objective spawn in a shrine above the lane that it will walk down. 40 guardians. You need to kill 40 guardians to get the Punisher for your team. That is a arcane or frozen or mortar Punisher. And it will march down the lane, alternating between PvE and PvP. And Stoic is not here to give me stats. I feel almost a little bit crippled. Let's see if I can find some information for you while we're waiting. Oh, looks like both teams are ready. Who wants statistics? Let's watch some fighting, huh? Well, they said they're ready. And then oh, Dax, come on. But for this long night, this is a doubleheader tonight. After this match, in 2 hours, I will be also casting Luigi Knuckles at Olympic Games versus Cool Cats and Kittens. That'll be real fun. Stoke will be here as well. But that's not the match we're doing right now. We're doing this match. That next one doesn't matter until this one's over. So all right, looks like we are about to go into the draft of Infernal Shrines, and I hope I timed that right. No, I didn't. There we go. It was close. It was really close. We're working on that. But when I don't have the button, I don't know. All right, just a reminder, Calculated Throw will have first pick, as Illidancing Queens did pick the map. I don't know who won the toss, but I know that that's the result. That's still hot. We were looking at the classic apple cider and Tennessee apple. Makes for a fantastic casting drink. We got Stukov coming out as the first ban for calculated throw. Stukov, a lot of domination in these objectives with those choke points, able to keep the enemy team silenced, especially with the mages that are able to clear out these objectives really well. Stukov can be a hindrance, and then when your team's trying to engage or escape. Deckard Payne also getting removed. I say Deckard Payne because it's the best skin he has, but Deckard Cain, really oppressive as well. He's got the area root, the area slow. You can combo it out really well. And with the buffs to Ruby and some other talents this past week, last week, he has a lot more healing presence. Shout out to General Confusion, or Gen Confusion from Untapped Fear in the chat. He is an off-roster sub for Calculated Throw, coming in clutch for the team. Really good to see people stepping up to help out their buddies. As Zool comes up as the last ban, so Joanna and Zool also being banned. Joanna really beefy, really tanky. That's part of being beefy. A lot of CC, a lot of self-sustain, and just a wall. So a good ban if you're not trying to take her first. And when you take Garage first, yeah, you want to get rid of the Joanna. Joanna is a pain, and not a pain and a pain in the butt that Garage just doesn't want to have to deal with. So we'll probably see an ETC coming out of Illidancing Queens, unless they don't pick their tank here, in which case I would expect Calculated Throw to also ban the ETC. There it is with the Rhaegar. Looks like we're going to the Animal House over here on Illidancing Queens. And that's all you get from me tonight on that. Thrall coming in, so we see pretty much all the orcs coming out, except for the Joanna skin. I think that's all the orcs in the game. Representing the Horde, real strong here, both teams. And Tassadar coming out as well. I'm interested to know how he likes this new Tassadar. He's been pretty around, like he's not super popular, but he's been present. His damage is high, but I haven't been able to see Tassadar's really close out game, so I'm really interested to see this. I think with the Thrall Earthquake, he can probably get a lot of value off of those walls. Malfurion coming out as a healer ban, trying to choke out Calculated Throw. And looking to see this last ban. At this point, probably a Jaina or a Mephisto ban is what I would expect. Get that mage wave clear out. Even a Kael'thas, Katie can be very destructive. It's the Leoric, though, trying to get rid of that offlaner. Leoric very present as well, and really capable of changing a teamfight once you get to level 13. Orphea, the new Orphea, also really strong. I say new Orphea. She got a pretty big... not rework, because that's a very specific word here, but she did get a little bit of a revamp, major skill adjustments for her talents. Her E-build a lot stronger now, which is kind of the build you want to go for here for this objective, unless she still wants to go with the classic Q build dancing and then worry about the objective afterwards. Lucio and Zul'jin being picked up. Scooty Puff Jr. trying to give you the axe, as Lucio, Boostio on wheels, Grievant, is laying down the beats. So I definitely expect to see Calculate Throw try to get into a rhythm here early on. Yes, that was a pun, and it was intended. As Illidancing Queens trying to figure out who their last hero is. I wouldn't mind seeing an Illidan. I don't think it goes well with their comp, but who doesn't love Illidan? Raynor? Vala. I was close. So yeah, that's the draft. And we see a warning for Seztrin on Orphea. Apparently Sez been playing a lot of Orphea recently. So here on Illidancing Queens, we have Jakebot on ETC, Born to Shine on Rhaegar, Seztrin on Orphea, Dax on Uther, Yotaro on Vala. Then we have Gen Confusion on Garage, TBR on Thrall, Mystic on Tassadar, Grievant on Lucio, and Scooty Puff Jr. on the Zul'jin. And it's time. It is time for some hots. Again, Infernal Shrines. Really, it's a really present objective. You know, while because there are some like the Sky Temple objective, you can avoid team fights. You can avoid. You don't even really have to play the objective all that much. You can counterplay the objective. Here, the Punisher. I mean, it's a Punisher for a reason. John Cena will come out. He'll jump the ropes. He'll beat you into the ground if you don't work to gain his favor. And so you really want to be there for these objectives, and they'll force some team fights. A lot of zoning will be going on. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see how this works out. I'm gonna drop a poll to find out who do you guys think drafted better. It's my standard poll right now. Illidancing Queens or Calculated Throw, who has the better draft? That is live. I really like. Personally, I like the ETC Rhaegar. Rhaegar really strong right now. Although the Garrosh, I feel like they don't have a whole lot of follow-up for the Garrosh other than a root off of Thrall, but he's going to be in the off lane. So I don't know that that's going to play out the way we really would like to see it with the Garrosh. The wall could be helpful too. The spray's going out. I wish I had an observer spray. We met the teams, level 1s. We get Ancestral Strength from Orphea. That's interesting. It's an interesting talent for sure. Prog Rock out of ETC. We get all the level 1s from Calculated Throw. We see Scion Fusion, Recklessness, Party Mix, Echo the Elements, and Warbringer. So looking for those chained lightnings from the Thrall. And we get Colossal Totem, Hammer of the Lightbringer, and Pop Pursuit out of the rest of Illidancing Queens. I'm a big fan of the Rhaegar Uther. We see a tag battle going on in the mid lane. Everybody shaking up their paint cans and just graffiti all over the map. As Dax on Uther with a fan in the audience. Dax has a fan? Anyway, he's fighting the Thrall. Uther trying to get his stacks. He's getting his auto attacks off in the middle lane. We see a little bit of the back and forth just kind of going on. Both teams trying to get some pressure. Boostio really keeping his team together, staying up in that party mix. He really will be rocking them beats later. I already said that, but definitely the way he's stacking that quest. We get a big throw onto Jakebot of ETC. Jakebot's going to slide back out. Jin Confusion on the Garrosh going down hard a little bit early as ETC is able to slide out and his team overall able to keep him suppressed. Those totems on Rhaegar are really oppressive. Double damn, double cheering. She's going for Dax and Born to Shine. I wonder which team she wants to see win tonight. And the poll right now, 3-0 in favor of the Illidancing Queens draft. And that's a reminder, it's not necessarily which team you like better, it's which team do you think has the better draft for the map. Both teams looking to get their siege camps early. Everybody loves a good siege camp. And they're going to cap just about at the same time. Calculated Throw looks like they might want to go in. I am glad to see that Calculated Throw took the Garrosh because, I mean, team mascots, let's be real. And let's take a look up here at Uther. Oh no, Uther buddy, you're missing a lot of your health. Don't you have some heal spells? Also, keep your auto attacks going. You're missing out on that quest too. You want to bring that cooldown reduction for your team fight presence, and you better be going with Divine Storm if you're going stun bot. Looks like we are seeing that Bruiser Camp getting picked up with Born to Shine and Yotaro. Teamwork makes the dream work, trying to get this Shaman walking with his Hellhounds. And that's going to be a really big Bruiser Camp going down the top lane as Calculated Throw thinking the same thing. Born to Shine zoning out. Vala going to cap, it looks like, here in a minute. Trying to get maximum efficiency out of that camp. But the Bruiser Camp for Calculated Throw also going to walk. They cap it first. Vala really patient. Maybe Uther will come down a little bit late, try to get them that level 7 advantage before coming down. They are up level 6. And there's the cap. And Dax, good job on your quest, buddy. Real good quest from the Uther at 3 minutes. The offlane will help you do that, but he's going to get caught by the Bush of Death. The wall not letting him escape. Uther's best heal, the strongest heal in the game, online right now, but not needed, unfortunately. Jakebot able to get out across the walls. It looks like he did take Crowd Surfer in order to do that. He also already has 12 globes on his Prog Rock. That's impressive at 3.5 minutes. There's 13. Also, Boostio almost done with his 8 minutes of rocking for his team. Math is hard, but I believe that's 480 seconds in order to do that, total seconds. And Echo the Elements about halfway done for Thrall, and then we see the throw in. Orphea in the middle, there goes the Chomp. EDC sliding through to help keep her safe. Follow with the double kill from the multi-strike, multi-shot rather, on the Zul'jin and the Lucio, and Uther coming in with a vengeance on the Garrosh. And the poll has completed, according to you guys. Illidancing Queen, as they finish out the Tastar as well, do have the better draft. They came into this objective a little bit late. They're down by a few, but they're catching up fast. Calculated throw only needs 7 more, but Illidancing Queen is just going to take control of this objective. Zul'jin trying to get a little bit extra damage out. ETC sliding over the wall to try to catch him. This is a really interesting use of the level 4 talent. I'm a fan of Speed Metal, but that one's good. Also, what's the one? The bigger, the face smelt, I think is what it's called, for the bigger level 4 or for the bigger W area. But really good use by Jakebot on that terrain travel, even though he wasn't able to get the kill. So this Arcane Punisher going to go down fast. It is the first Punisher of the game. It was capped under 5 minutes, so it will not be very strong, as that's when map objectives start scaling. And Thrall picking up, trying to pick up some kills on his Echo of the Elements. He's at 14 now. Last we saw he was at 8, 15. There you go, buddy. Trying to make it 17 real quick on these 2 minions. And he does. He gets both of them. And he's working on that Maelstrom weapon as well, trying to get them hero auto attacks. That's going to be fun to see. The Punisher is down. The siege camp has been captured in the bot lane, and Calculated Throw trying to make a push effort. And as I say that, they decide to run away instead because, well, you never want the caster to be right. So they are getting their siege camp to have that march through mid, try to get some pressure and counter the siege camp that Illidancing Queens has in the mid lane. And ETC looking like he's ready to set up his own Bush of Death for Buth of Desh. Okay. And they do see the Garrosh all by himself, and he's almost wiped out. That armor gonna be just enough to keep him alive. Boostio with the heals as well. Really close to a successful gank. Just not quite enough damage to push it over. Garrosh with the excellent dodge of death right there. Orphea still going with that trait build and Insatiable for the W. And Garrosh finally succumbing to the gank. It was an extended gank from Illidancing Queens, but they were able to finish it off. Really, actually, probably better that way, keeping Garrosh dead later, a little bit later. However, the objective's not coming up. Death timers aren't very long, so he will be back in time for anything. Heroics have been picked for both teams. Bloodlust as expected from the Rhaegar, Crushing Jaws, Divine Shield. Divine Shield, Dax, what are you doing? All we do is stun, stun, stun no matter what. And Stage Dive from the ETC, Reign of Vengeance on the Vala. Then we have Black Hole from Tassadar. Taz Dingo from Scooty Puff Jr. Scooty Puff trying to keep his Scooty life together. Sound Barrier, Earthquake. I expected the Earthquake. And Warlord's Challenge. Really interesting choice of ults. Sound Barrier is pretty standard as well. Tassadar's been going back and forth on Archon and Black Hole. I think Black Hole will work better for their team. Black Hole into a wall under Earthquake. He did take the Electric Fence as well. This is a super fun build that Tassadar is going on. And they do pick off the Thrall up in the top lane. He's trying to win Fury out of there. It's not going to be enough with a 5-man gank executing the former War Chief of the Horde. Thrall going down, the former, Garrosh the former, but we don't talk about him. And Zul'jin and team coming up to try to clear out this camp as the Shrine has gone active. This will be a Frozen Punisher. Frozen Punishers are probably the most destructive right now with their ability to disable buildings. And Calculated Throw coming in to try to contest. They're waiting. They're trying to group. They're waiting for the Thrall. I'm going to take a drink. ETC with the face melt knocking them back while Thrall's showing up. The throw on the Garrosh. Unstoppable comes out. Divine Shield. There goes the chomp. It's not going to be enough. Earthquake and Bloodlust. All the heroics are out except for Taz. Jakebot, stay alive. You only have 30 health. He has enough though. You only need one to live. Lucio wall riding in, trying to close in on the Rhaegar. Lucio looking low. Zul'jin, there goes the Taz. Dingo. Stage dive back into the fight is the Jakebot. Vala finishing off the Garrosh. Uther in single digit HP is gonna stay alive. Oh my goodness, praise the light of a loon. What a fight with only one casualty, but nobody likes Garrosh anyway. Hell Scream can scream from hell. No offense to Jin Confusion, just plenty of offense to Garrosh in general. As looks like Illidancing Queen's coming in to finish up this objective pretty handily. What an amazing fight. Only one death from that fight, but the back and forth huge. All of the health bars are low. And amazing ability by the healers to keep everybody alive. There goes the Frozen Punisher, jump the wall, laying the smackdown on everybody. As this fort looks like it's not going to be able to be kept alive. There goes the root under the Garrosh. Warlord shout comes out. It's not going to quite be enough to hold off Illidancing Queens. And then there goes the, I can never remember the name even though I pick it, Crushing Jaws. Black Hole Sun, won't you run? Tassadar laying down the Resonance Beam onto the Punisher as well. There goes the Punisher. It did get a fort. John Cena, rest in peace. Just this one, not the real one. As Illidancing Queen's coming in for this siege camp. It's going to be scouted by Calculated Throw, but Illidancing Queen's real quick on the take of that. Good capture. Calculated Throw looking for an opportunity to come back. Not sure how they're going to get back into this game just yet. More than likely, it's going to be a pick on the... probably the Orphea is who they're going to need to pick off. Moist Weenus, what up, brother, with the raid. Welcome to the area. Illidancing Queens taking on Calculated Throw, and you just missed a fantastic fight where only one person died. And I don't say that very often. One person dying is usually not a fantastic fight, but all the health bars are low. Your boy Dax on Uther surviving with single-digit health. I saw an 8. And right now, Illidancing Queens has the advantage, an 8-kill advantage over Calculated Throw into this first map. 2-level lead, both teams on the same talent tier. And who loves talent tiers? I love talent tiers. There goes the throw onto the EDC, and the taunt. Crushing Jaws comes out. Everybody dodges it. There, the Bloodlust, a retreating Bloodlust, calculated to get the move speed to get away. A really big pick onto the ETC, but not quite able to drop ETC's health bar all the way. ETC, good job staying alive. You deserve a steak for that. Hang on. You deserve... What does ETC deserve for that? Jakebot coming down to join the rest of his team on the ETC. Born to Shine staying behind the gate. She's trying to stay quarantined during this hesitant time. And she says, rest of my team, y'all can go out there. I'm going to stay safe back here. Scooty Puff Jr. chilling in the bush on the steam vent saying, this feels nice, as he Marilyn Monroe's while riding his Raptor. He says, never mind, I'm going to go up to this steam vent. Then he's walking up farther top, probably looking to help Thrall out with the Uther. Never mind, he takes a hard left into the Bruiser camp, scouting out the Bruiser camp. He's going to go in. There's the Q. There's the Arcanite Axes. Or the Twin Cleave, rather. And Sound Barrier, huge shield coming out. And that's going to get utilized completely, preventing all of that damage. But Tassadar and Zul'jin go down a little bit early on the engage. Illidancing Queen's able to adjust in time. And a stage dive missing. I hope he didn't break his leg as he fell off the stage on that one. Really good response by Illidancing Queens. Also, shout out to Taco's mommy. I have no idea who that could be, but she did put a gift in chat, so that's cool. And Weenus, thank you for the biddies. Illidancing Queens does invade into the enemy Bruiser camp as this next objective is starting to spawn, so Thrall's going to have to stay behind to clear that out at the risk of his buildings. And they're down a talent tier as well coming into this next objective, so they will clear, get experience instead of contesting. But we have a 2v2 up here in the top lane. Instead of all Illidancing Queens going down to the objective, we just see 3 of them. Zul'jin trying to scout out, but maybe not quite. Doesn't want to get out too far. Again, they need another level and a half, or another half level rather, to be on the same talent tier. And they'll get it. They'll get there, but maybe not in time to contest the objective. And there goes the slide and the face melt onto Tassadar, who does get face melted by the Vala. Lots of damage coming out from the Vala. In fact, let's take a look at that. Orphea leading the lobby, followed by Tassadar. Again, Tassadar has good numbers. I'm just not sure that Tassadar is a hero that can close out team fights. That's my only concern with them. And we're getting the cheers in chat for Calculated Throw. They are still in this game. They are on the same talent tier level. And they're down 2 levels, though, but they do have the same talent tier. The saltiest of tiers, talent tiers, as the bottom fort does fall. That's a good point, Hector. Black Hole is a good Bloodlust disengage. I can agree to that, and we may see more of that coming in. I'm not sure that he can close a fight. Uther and company down here in the siege camp, gonna get that pushing, as well as this Mortar Punisher jumps to his doom. And Illidancing Queen's coming down to get this bottom neutral siege camp. Untapped Fear saying Calculated Throw is setting up for the comeback for the reverse sweep, which would make this indeed probably a Calculated Throw. 5-man rotation on Illidancing Queens. We are in 5v5 territory the whole time. Nobody get caught, nobody get picked. Everybody stay with your team, lest the Garrosh throw you or the ETC slide through you. And nobody wants to get hit by that cow, because man, is he a cow. Illidancing Queens marching through the top lane, trying to get this last outer fort from Calculated Throw, while Calculated Throw is still looking for an opportunity to get some map presence by taking a structure. Looks like they are going to try to contest this fort, however, they are coming up. That's the 5-man coming down from the bottom as that siege camp pushes in the mid lane. Illidancing Queen smelling trouble, getting out in time to not have to engage at all, not get ganked. They're probably looking to get those 20s before the next fight. They have a 2-level advantage, but when you're so close to 20, you might as well just wait for it. And they'll be able to go finish off that fort. It only has 2,300 health left, so any of them really could take care of it quite handily. There we go. And this next objective will be in the mid lane. We have had, I believe, 3 now, so toss up on the next one. It might just be arcane and it cycles through, but I think after it goes through 3, it becomes random again. And Illidancing Queen's really big on this map pressure. Look at this, going in for the Bruiser camp as it spawns. Calculated Throw rotating down to get some clear in the mid lane. And as I finish my next sip, because y'all need to know why it gets quiet, Zul'jin does pop his Amani Rage down to half health, heals right back up, no big deal, because hey, that's how it works. And we see level 20s come out. Eldritch Conduit, Orphea going really hard into that, into the trait build. Really interesting to see. I don't see that a whole lot. We're going to see Gladiator War Shout here. Bulwark of Light comes out for Uther, enhancing his Divine Shield. That's a double Divine Shield. That's impressive. That's a big, big game changer. We see Farflight Quiver from the Vala for the increased damage. There goes the Earthquake as ETC slides out. Unstoppable from the Rhaegar onto the ETC. There goes the Crushing Jaws. Stage dive back in for the AoE slow. Garrosh gonna fall first to the Uther again, and ETC sliding through Tassadar, trapping him on the wrong side of an angry Vala. You know what they say about demon hunters? A Vala scorned is probably going to shoot you in the face with arrows. So, or I guess crossbow bolts. As they rotate down, they get the next siege camp. They're about to go up and start on this objective also. Let's look at level 20s for Calculated Throw. Executor's Will, words are hard. Wrong place, wrong time. Oh, that's level 16 still. They're not level 20. Excuse me. I'm good at this game, I swear. That's why I'm stuck in gold. Illidancing Queen's already up by 20 on this objective. They're going to get the next Punisher. It is going to be a Frozen Punisher. That's going to disable this keep. This keep will fall if Calculated Throw does not get here to take back the objective. They really need a pig. ETC and Uther being really hard. Looking really hard. Doing a really good job at stopping the pig. The anchors from ETC and Uther have been on point and shutting down the garage. Cold John Cena comes walking in. He says, oh, look at these minions. I'm going to beat them up first before he goes for the wall. The Q from the garage going to force the Punisher to jump over and start beating up garage. So he is officially in PvP mode now. As he then transitions back to PvE, he's going to start on the keep. Unstoppable comes out on the ETC. There goes the slide. Crushing Jaw is gonna collapse on the Lucio, but not before ETC can finish him off. Double kill for the Cow, who's in the slaughterhouse now as Orphea finishes off the Zul'jin. And Tassadar going to fall as well after he's able to use the Black Hole stage dive onto the other side of the court, trying to zone off the thrall. There goes the Gladiator's War Shout. That's going to be the Bloodlust to finish off the game. And this core is going down faster than I can even look at the health bar. Game 1, Illidancing Queens, young and clean, only 17. Illidancing Queens. Congratulations on Game 1. What a game. What a game. Absolutely phenomenal play. Really nice cohesion coming out of Illidancing Queens. Calculated Throw had the rotations. They had the opportunities. They even had some good execution on their picks. But when it came down to the team fight, Illidancing Queens had way more area CC. A lot better opportunity to zone. And really executed it quite well. Fun game to watch on both teams. Let's take a look now at these talents. We see for level 10s, Bloodlust, Crushing Jaws, Divine Shield, the Stage Dive, Reign of Vengeance, enhanced with Gladiator's War Shout, Eldritch Conduit, Bulwark of Light, Crowd Pleaser for the improved Stage Dive, and Farflight Quiver. On Calculated Throw, we do see Black Hole with Kugel Blitz, which is a really interesting improvement. Taz Dingo with the heal on top of a Mani Resilience. Sound Barrier, not able to get the Bossa Nova. Earthquake with Earth and Shields, a huge level 20 for Thrall. Gladiator's Warlord's Challenge, rather, with Titanic Might on top of the Earth Shaker, so double throws for stuns. Really big talent combination out of Garage. Hector in the chat for calling for the reverse sweep. Untapped Fear as well. Calculated Throw. Calculated Throw has the representation. Illidancing Queens fans, let's see you in the chat as well. Really fun game. Interesting build from the Zul'jin. Zul'jin went full Q build, it looks like. Or is that trait? Zul'jin went full trait build. I guess that stacks well with Amani Resilience. That makes sense. Amani Hyde also, or not Amani, with Taz Dingo. That stacks well with Taz Dingo. Amani Hyde to increase the value of his self-healing off of his activated ability. And we do have a lobby, so let's do some updating, why don't we? And it looks like we are going to Tacos of Doom. That is a new official name, the unofficial official name for this map. Tacos of Doom. Towers of Doom, going to be really interesting. Picked by Illidancing Queens, as Calculated Throw does want to have first pick again. I'm interested to see who their first pick is if it's not Garage again. Because when you pick the first pick, you have to have that one hero in mind. That one hero you gotta have. It's either effectively a third band to snipe, or it's someone like a Joanna, a Sylvanas, a Zool. And otherwise, you can pick the map you play on. You also have the opportunity to counter pick their first pick with your 2 first picks. Looks like we are taking a short minute for people things because people do things. But overall, really good. Really good. What was I saying? I forgot. I'm going to do a poll. Let me pull up this poll. All right, we're going to run this poll. Which role do you think is going to get banned the most in this next game? Trying to change it up a little bit. Looking to see if we're trying to choke out tanks. Are there some damage dealers that we're afraid of? Maybe some bruiser offlaners. Taco's mommy coming in, looking to see Sylvanas. Maybe she's a fan of the Dark Lady in the draft, trying to see some Sylvanas play coming from one of these 2 teams, maybe out of calculated throw with that first pick. Her ability to disrupt structures, really strong. So perhaps, yeah, looks like we have a Sylvanas fan in the audience. We're still waiting on some people to return. Woo! I feel good. Looks like we still have a little bit of more. Both teams coming off of a high. Calculated throw, looking like they're in good spirits. Good spirits, even after that game. Looks like they have a plan and they're ready to come back. So, Towers of Doom, for those of you that need a reminder, I know my wife gets the maps confused all the time because my wife and I play this game together and it's super fun. But a lot of times she'll be like, oh, I thought this was this map. So, for those of you that need a refresher on Towers of Doom, both cores are invulnerable to direct damage. Each team has 3 forts. When you take out the fort, it will become your fort. The map objectives are altars. Each altar, when the altars spawn, you have to channel to capture it. Excuse me, sorry about that. You have to channel to capture it. And then your core and each tower you control will fire 1 shot at the enemy core, dealing 1 damage apiece. So when you control the map, you get more damage out. Weenus with the Dark Lady fire. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it. You know what? Let's see if let me see what I can do. Oh, looks like we're ready. We are about to transition into the game. Untapped Fear, that is the wrong dog. Just so you know, this is the right dog, and that is the wrong cat. Power up. That's a global emote? I can. Ooh. I'll have to find that later. But Ween is bringing in the flames. Here we are in Towers of Doom. It would help if I showed you what it looked like, however, as now we are in the draft screen instead of just looking at this ugly mug and what maps we're going to play, because we already know. We've said Towers of Doom how many times? So overall strategy for Towers of Doom as well, while we're going through, is to hold the bot lane. You're going to have a double soaker going from top and mid, back and forth, that will rotate down for fights as necessary, be available to help counter a gank while you're getting your sapper camp or when you're invading. And then the 4-man in the bottom lane is going to try to push through and get that bottom 4. If you get that bottom 4, you control access to the altars in that area, really restricting the retreat path and the attack path. That's part of what controlling access is, right? You restrict access to those altars, make it really hard for the enemy team to get in there or out should things go sour, and allowing you to choke off a little bit better. So both teams should be looking for a strong 4-man with a double soaker. We see the Stukov and the Deckard coming out as bans again. Same bans from both teams so far. Stukov really oppressive, Deckard really oppressive, Joanna being banned out as well. Looks like we're going to see another Garrosh pick out of Jin Confusion. But, you know, that's just my suspicion. Looks like the poll has finished, and right now, nobody thinks damage dealers are going to be banned. Bruiser, we have one Zul ban, 2 healers are banned, and only 1 tank. So right now the poll is wrong, suspecting the tank. The ETC picked up by Scooty Puff Jr. first. Double Dam redeeming a highlight message. Go Daxix. Oh, that's only 2 X's. Go Daxix. Double Dam, thank you for redeeming your points. I think that they're still only called points right now. They're going to be called tacos at some point. I just need to get the icon changed. But thank you. We see Anduin and Garrosh being picked up. Jakebot taking the Garrosh instead. Anduin with the pulls. There's another cheer from Team Cheer 69 coming for IQ Illidancing Queens. Also cheering for Calculated Throw, because this is a fun community and we want everyone to do well. That is fantastic. So looking for the second and third bans, or picks rather, coming out of Calculated Throw. We see Blaze. So is this an offlane Blaze or an offlane ETC? I have seen both this season. Ana being picked up as well, and Moist Weenus coming in with the cheer. Let's go El Taquito with the dab. Thank you for being a fantastic fan. Not just cheering for the teams, but also cheering for the caster. It's amazing to see. There goes a Mephisto. Now, if this ban is a tank, chat kind of wins. Over really solid area bans. There's the healer. Chat, you lose the mini game. Minus 50 DKP to everybody, as 3 healers have been banned. And Weenus with the biddies. Thank you. More biddies. I appreciate Untapped Fear with the dab. No, it's funny. I dab when I sneeze. Like, legit, it looks like this is going to count. It's more of a... Like, I just... Into my... The other hand doesn't go as much, but it's, like, a really hard dab type of a thing. That's right. Just a dab will do ya. So, Raynor, the large minion, gets picked up, as does Orphea. And we see Thrall and Jaina getting picked up as well. Whoa, my chair going way too far back. Good thing I've had good posture this whole time and don't need Slexia to sneak in here with a posture check. But my chair is about to throw me backwards. Jaina, really good slow, can couple up with the Thrall really well. The Ana ETC is a dangerous combo. ETC Blaze also, a lot of CC. That's going to be oppressive. And now we see Illidancing Queens going for the pick comp with Garrosh, and then the root following up from Anduin. We'll see the Entombs and the Crushing Jaws out of Orphea. So, yeah, so now on to the next poll, and you guys know what this poll is if you've been here any amount of time. That's the raid button. Oops, we're not leaving just yet. let me do this for you real quick. Let's get rid of my ugly mug. As I bring this up, we have Born to Shine. And again, so I was talking about this portrait synergy. Look at Illidancing Queens. We have Born to Shine on Kerrigan and all these little Zerglings beneath her. And a lot of minions ready to be thrown by, I guess, Muradin, who doesn't do the throwing. But he also looks like he has a Dwarf Toss, so that counts. All right. In the chat, there is a poll, and it's who drafted better, not who do you want to win. Just a clarification. Who do you think is going to have the right? Who do you think has the better team for the map?
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
And on Illidancing Queens, your everything, young and clean, only 17. We have Dax on Leoric with the mop, as he should. He's going to have a lot of cleaning up to do after this game. Probably his own blood and guts, though. Sesdrin on Orphea, Jakebot on Garage, Yotaro on Stop Spinning, Jimmy the Large Minion Rainer, and Born to Shine on Anduin, the Boy King. Grievin on Ana for Calculated Throw, Mystic on Jaina, T8R, is that like the Stormtrooper in episode 7 on Blaze, Scooty Puff Jr. scooting as boogieing as ETC, Jin Confusion on the Thrall, and Mystic on the Jaina. I think I already said her. Little bit of friendly talk in the chat going up. Even Calculated Throw wants to go to a game 3, but I mean, understandably, because they're down 1 right now. I love game 3s, but I'm not playing favorites because I am supposedly a good caster who doesn't play favorites and just calls it like I see it. As you see Leoric and Blaze up in the top lane, Dax taking a little bit of damage. He likes to take that damage early. Dax, I think, has a thing for abuse. As he goes up, he gets beaten down, and then he goes back home. Tater, yes, Tater. Like Ron White, they call me Tater Salad. Are you Ron Tater Salad White? Yes, I am. You caught the tater. Have you met my son? Tater Tot. And Calculate Throw coming in for an invade on the Siege Camp. ETC sliding in, gonna get a knockback on to the onto Illidancing Queens. Trying to take control of the Sappers. They're gonna get chased out by the Rainer, however. Illidancing Queen's gonna finish up this camp. Anchor from the Garage, and that's a cap. What a save on the camp by Illidancing Queens. Good rotation by the Rainer. I'm interested to see the Rainer soaking mid lane instead of having the normal rotation between top and mid off of the off laners. Off laners? Off laning. That just came out not right. So Yotaro and Thrall double soaking on for his team. No, that's not true because Blaze is the top lane. So Blaze and Thrall up here in the top and the mid lane. We have a 3v3 in the bot lane. And it's just kind of stalled out. The siege camps killing each other in the mid. Illidancing Queens Sapper camp is gone already, and now they're going to take out Calculated Throws and then rotate up mid for a gank. I agree. I thought Calculated Throw could take that Sapper camp, but maybe they just didn't want to. They didn't want to take the risk this early in the game. I mean, if you're gonna die, early is better than later because of death timers, but also you don't want to give up that early XP lead. Both teams at level 5. I never showed y'all level 1 talents. There they are. We do see Ace in the Hole, most notably, coming from the Rainer. There's no reason to take Exterminator here, as Exterminator is kind of the new meta, but Ace in the Hole, definitely better for the straight PvP nature of this map. Garage trying to get those stacks on Groundbreaker, Warbreaker, as ETC dashing in. We see Blaze and Leoric as predicted, not verbally though, trade altars, and Orphea going to work. Look at that dash in. ETC licking his wounds, trying to find a salt lick maybe to help make him feel better. Thrall falls to Jimmy the Large Minion Rainer. And again, so Rainer, I would like to point out, Rainer is making effective use of his gun. So as we look here at the Rainer, if I can make, where is the Rainer? There's the Rainer. If we look at Rainer, you see that is a gun. And you see that beneath his health bar, those are bullets. So when you're playing Rainer, you want to use your gun to shoot the bullets at the enemy team. And also keep in mind, usually this gun is a bayonet, so it has a blade. So when the enemy team is getting too close to comfort, you can also use your blade to cut the enemy team and make them not want to mess with you anymore. So you establish map control, and then you pull out your gun. The enemy team becomes afraid of your gun, and so you win with that map control. Really good play coming from both teams. They're picking up their sapper camps. Calculated throw a little bit later on the sapper camp than Illidancing Queens, wanting to clear out the Illidancing Queen sapper camp first and then give theirs an opportunity to push. They are going to clash in the mid lane. These sapper camps might make it to the towers, though. Instead, EDC needs to get down. There it is. There's one. There's two. He knocks back the second one. There's three. Going for the other tower. And a big root onto the Thrall. Thrall not going to get away from the chastise from the Anduin Garage, finishing him off. Really good catch by Anduin onto Thrall. As these next set of altars are going to spawn just this one and this one right here. So let me take down the talents so that we can see all the action. Hector coming in with the support for the caster. I appreciate it, bud. I'm glad you liked the reference. There was also a little bit of subtext. I was messing with Weenus about his Rainer yesterday that he did play very well, but I was making some very obvious use your gun jokes at him. And Illidancing Queen's capping the bottom altar. Big fight over this top one. Leoric gonna fall in the 5v4. Born to Shine coming up now to heal her team into the fray to get Raynor out of the fray as the Blaze engages on the Garage. Big jet propulsion going to stun and kill Garage. Not before he can throw the Blaze into the tower range, but not enough as Calculated Throw gets the top altar still down by 4. A good engage and trade of altars for Calculated Throw. Nadri coming in with the wisdom here. He's a Raynor player. I am not. Moist Weenus, the only thing I do well is feed. I eat tacos. Don't worry, I like to feed as well. But anyway, the only thing I do well is feed, but that me what? That me what, Weenus? Anna getting caught in a bad spot by the Garage. Trying to figure out which way out of town to go on those back alleyways. Gets thrown into the tower range, then sleeps the Garage, able to walk out thanks to that sweetest dart. That sweetest to the sleeping dart. Dang it, Weenus, what have you done to me? And Echo of the Elements being finished up by the Thrall. He does take Sundering this game. Instead, we do have level Tims from both teams. Matt Pack says Scooty Puff Jr. Report Jimmy the Large Minion Raynor. We get Light Bomb Entomb, Warlord Challenge, Hyperion, and Crushing Jaws. That's a solid engage. Light Bomb onto the taunt with the Entomb. Hyperion to finish it up. Crushing Jaws going to really bring the pain. So we get Nano Boost for the Jaina who took Ring of Frost. Mosh Pit out of the ETC. Sundering and Combustion. Really hard engage from both teams. Well, really hard engage from Illidancing Queens. Really heavy team fight coming from Calculated Throw. So if Calculated Throw can survive the engage, they will come back with a vengeance into those team fights. We don't see a Rhaegar this game for either team with the Bloodlust, so. And looks like Leoric going to go ahead and capture his altar just in time as Illidancing Queens gets a big invade onto the Blaze, taking the altar. However, the Ring of Frost, a 4-man Ring of Frost. Jaina going to go down. There's the Entomb to try to help keep his team alive. It's not going to be enough. Leoric, get out of there. What are you doing? You're nothing but skin and bones, bud. As all of the abilities except for Mosh Pit come out from Calculated Throw. What a Ring of Frost onto Illidancing Queens. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That Ring of Frost was even more beautiful than the ring I gave my wife. Duke Zach with the raid. Thank you, buddy. Welcome to the show. As we have game 2 of Illidancing Queen's Calculated Throw. Calculated Throw bringing it back into a tie on core health right now. As they got the boss after that objective. And why not after that 4-man sweep of a team fight? My head hurts seeing that. My face, to be more precise. What a Roth. Also, everything else that Calculated Throw did to help set up that Roth, which I believe was the knockback from ETC to reposition them. Maybe the Sundering as well. if I look at cooldowns, because Sundering came off cooldown first. Yeah, that makes sense. Sundering into the Ring of Frost. What a freaking Ring of Frost. I am chilly just thinking about it. And we'll just think about that and recover for a second while both teams rotate, trying to get their XP. And Calculated Throw with their first XP lead of the match. We'll finally look at some damage numbers. There goes the Crushing Jaws and the Ring of Frost again. Warlord shout onto the ETC. Raynor and Anduin not able to move because of the Ring of Frost. Garish going to stay alive thanks to the armor off of those dots. And Calculated Throw really pushing out Illidancing Queens. They have to regroup and figure out how to get back in this game, as I believe they're now officially on the back foot with Calculated Throw holding the advantage.
These swift heroes do not let the
Illidancing Queens trying to get a bold Sapper camp with ETC sitting right in that bush. There's a mosh. It's on two of them. Light Bomb goes out. It's going to get the stun in two, trapping the ETC. Blaze moving forward. They're going to try to get this camp. Oh, the camp has been was capped by Calculated Throws. Garrosh and Orphea do fall, and you hear those healing darts coming out from Ana. My sound levels might just be a little too high for that. Either that or my headset is. I don't know. But an amazingly executed team fight, and they now have their first lead of the match here in Game 2. Up by 4 core health points on the enemy team. That enemy team being Illidancing Queens. Your everything. Young and clean, only 17. You are not prepared. Illidancing Queens. Thank you, thank you. I will keep my day job. I don't have a day job. Groundbreaker onto Garrosh and Thrall. Or ETC and Thrall. ETC gonna slide through, gonna beat up the Garrosh. Garrosh getting yeeted of Faith back. Thanks to Born to Shine. There goes the Crushing Jaws. Gonna catch the Thrall. Blaze getting out just barely, as now Ice Block is online. Frostbite finished by Jaina. There goes the Entomb again from Janitor Leoric. Dax coming in to do some cleanup, picking off the Jaina. Jaina not able to stay alive even with that ring, even with that Ice Block. That's the name of it. And Illidancing Queens coming back with a vengeance. 3-0 on that fight. I think they lost someone and they've respawned already. I can't quite remember. They are going to get this bot fort. It's still a fort. It's not a keep yet. That fort does go down. That's going to be big coming into this objective. Because remember, these altars are only equal to your core plus towers. So each altar worth 5 core points for Illidancing Queens and only worth 3 shots for Calculated Throw. But the damage will be harsh if they lose them. Blaze caught by the 4-man, gets taunted and thrown into this little hut right here. This hut that I can't seem to zoom in on. Here. This one. That one gets thrown there. As the tunnels are open, there goes the Sundering, knocking out the Anduin and the Garrosh. They're going to get split up. Garrosh able to catch the Jaina. Raynor finishing her off. A 4-man mosh pit by ETC. A beautiful dance party. Phenomenal play by the ETC, but Thrall's going to die as well. Good counterplay from Calculated Throw. The damage is able to sustain the damage throughout that mosh pit. Let's take a look again at this building that that Blaze got thrown into by Garrosh and ended up dying around. Look at it. Look at the art. The shingles just kind of ratty-tatty, the weathering. Look at the lights. It just looks so warm in there. I would enjoy being in that building as long as Blaze isn't getting thrown at it. Hyperion going out to take this middle fort, trying to get progress. And team Calculated Throw trying to take back their forts. They are going to lose the middle one. They are going to get the bottom one back, and then they can clear those sappers. Those sappers are going to die, no big deal. They're not going to make it to the deadline. And a 5-man, or a 3-altar sweep on that objective for Illidancing Queens, taking 15 points of health off of the core. They now lead again 20-9. That is an 11-point difference for those of you that have trouble with math, with an F, math, M-A-F. F? How many F's are in math? If somebody in the audience could please help me out with that. Leoric coming up here to clear out the top lane. We see a 3v4 down here in the bottom lane. Orphea trying to get back to her team. The tunnels are up, but she decides to just walk straight through the bot lane to get to her team instead of going into the middle of the map and coming down. That would be a little dangerous, as Calculated Throw has kind of surrounded that area. And and Calculated Throw regrouping on this middle fort. Blaze going ahead and taking the shots. Minus 40 armor for the Blaze from those shots, as the fort is going to go down. This next altar comes up. Towers are back even for both teams, but Illidancing Queens trying to recover. And the consensus from chat is 2 Fs in math. Good thing I took math classes instead of English classes, because well, yeah, I can count but I can't spell. But apparently I need to do both. There's a throw of the thrall from the garage onto the rest of the team. There goes the Ring of Frost. Hyperion comes out. Blaze already used combustion. EDC Mosh, they catch the garage. Good follow-up from the Jaina. Orphea finishing out the EDC. Hey, that's my cow. Jaina and Thrall also falling as well. Calculated Throw trying to get back. They are looking low, and Tater goes down. The Tater has been baked by the Orphea, and that is a pentakill, a mega kill. Mega kill for Illidancing Queens at the cost of 1. But again, it is Garrosh that has been killed, so like, really, who cares? I can't find my thing. I can't find my thing. As Illidancing Queens coming in through the middle lane, trying to take out the why is my stuff not working? Oh, why does my stuff not work? That's great. There we go. That's what I needed. As I go off the screen for a while because everybody's rotating, and Illidancing Queens takes the bot fort as well. Here's what I needed to find. As we get the mega kill from Illidancing Queens, finally. And now there's an F in chat for that team fight there a little bit ago. If Illidancing Queens took about 4 channeling, this game would be ending. Yeah, maybe. There goes the Ring of Frost and the Buried Alive in Tomb from Garrosh. EDC staying alive with 38 health for a long time. Finally goes down. Garrosh and Orphea falling to the Jaina, however. That's a 2-for-1 in favor of Calculated Throw. They're still in this game. Keep in mind, until that core hits 0, they are in this game, and showing so with that fight. Blaze mounting up. Look at that wolf. Never mind, we can't, because jet propulsion going to dismount. And Illidancing Queen's looking to get this altar. Calculated Throw has to get here, otherwise it's over.
The time is now.
Calculated Throw. Jaina walking in, getting pushed back. Born to Shine with the channel. Is she gonna get the cast? No, she doesn't. GG to Illidancing Queens with 1 extra core point to going on to the core. 6 damage on a 5 health core, winning by 20. A sweep from Illidancing Queens, coming in as the underdog by about 4 ranks in the division. Great game. Really great match. Well played by Illidancing Queens. I'm going to see if I can get Born. And maybe Dax. I guess I'll get Dax. I'll ask for Dax. Y'all like Dax, right? I'll show you talents for now. As I try to get situated with... let me find... Yeah. So overall, a really great game. These talents, I'll run down these talents while waiting on our interviewees. We got Light Bomb, Entomb, Warlord's Challenge, Hyperion, and Crushing Jaws as the heroics for Illidancing Queens, followed up with Glyph of Faith, Buried Alive, one of the strongest level 20s in the game, Death Wish, Indomitable Resolve, and Eldritch Conduit. Again, going with that trait build on Orphea. Calculated Throw did bring in Nano Boost, Ring of Frost, which we saw some beautiful ones of those. Mosh Pit, Sunder, and Combustion. Fantastic team fights from both teams, and I believe I have both Dax and Born. Dax, who invited you?
Definitely not me.
Oh my goodness. What a match! What a match, guys. Is that I don't want to misspeak. How many matches have y'all won this season?
That was our first win.
Fantastic.
We won a game earlier, so we weren't like at a completely zero record,
Well,
but that was
that's
our first
good.
win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
overall.
were kind of the hard underdog coming into that match, and y'all did not play like it. Y'all played fantastically. It was really fun to watch.
Thank you.
How does it feel
Solid.
getting a sweep
Yeah,
for your
that's
first
true.
match win? Dax, I think I can hear you.
Oops, we lost him again.
Uh-oh. So, Born, you are the captain. How does it feel getting
I am.
how does it feel getting that the first win as a sweep?
I mean, feels really good. We made a lot of roster changes in the off season. You know, I think anyone
you
who saw our
kept
first couple
Dax?
games could say we struggled with it. Yeah, I know. Somehow, like he's still around. Nah, we love him. We love him. We're having fun.
All
But
right.
yeah, it took us a few games to kind of find our stride, but it feels good to have a win on our record now, for
I
sure.
bet it does. Holy cow. And I've said it before,
I have the stream on. I can't hear anybody in Discord.
silence the
Ooh.
stream and then restart Discord as an administrator, but if you can't hear me, then that doesn't matter, does it? Alright, hang on. Let me
Technology issues.
This is funny. Let me see if I can DM him real quick.
Oh, left our lobby here.
Yeah, well, if wait, I did or he did?
He
Oh
did.
wait, I guess if I can still hear you, I didn't because woo technology. Well, yeah, because I said to restart Discord, right?
Yep.
So hopefully he would leave the lobby and then come back. Anyway, Dax, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, things are working. Sweet. Dax, my first real question is for you.
Okay.
And why do you like to get why are you a glutton for punishment? So you take Uther up into the top lane, and then you take Leoric up into the top lane, and first time I look at you, you're at half health, and the other guy's at full health. Like, what?
Well, both games.
Both games, yeah. By the first time I looked at you, you were just taking a beating.
Uther, I play with no fear. He can even cleanse himself. I don't know. It's just I don't know what it is about Uther.
I mean, Uther is super fun. I really like that level 1 talent, and I'm surprised you didn't go into the full stun bot Uther. You including Divine Shield or including Divine Storm. Like it worked out really well. Obviously, y'all won, but the build surprised me for being the off tank, off healer type of a role. I was expecting to see a lot more like utility stuns coming out of you, but you went with the more defensive build, which was interesting to me. So I'm interested about your build.
So I took the auto attack quest at 1 to get the reduced cooldown on the E's.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted the Rhaegar with the Bloodlust for the team fight, so that opened up me to take Divine Shield versus the Garrosh throws in case if ETC wasn't the one that got thrown to slide back out, and then we could re-engage on the enemy team. Yeah.
Okay, because at the same time when you get because my buddy and I play a lot of Uther comps together, so that's why I'm so interested. Is when you get the Divine Storm with the Bloodlust, they're just dead, you know. So okay, really, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Born, the Rhaegar was what first pick? I mean, y'all didn't have first pick, but Rhaegar was first pick for you guys in that game 1, right?
I think we actually took him second round because didn't we, Dax? I think we wanted to secure the Uther first. I could be misremembering.
No, I think we took ETC and Rhaegar in the 1-2.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Then
I made a comment about the Animal House.
Oh, okay.
Yes, go back and watch the cast. It's fun, I promise.
I will.
Because you had the ETC, you had Rhaegar. They took Garrosh first, so I mentioned something about orcs after they picked up Thrall, and y'all had the Animal House on your side and things like that. So really, but overall, really fun match. So game 1, really dominant. Y'all didn't lose any structures. Y'all took I think y'all took all of the objectives.
Yeah.
There were a couple picks. The other thing, Dax, what was with getting face stomped coming down from the top lane by that Bush of Death?
You know what? I think we saw him on Vision. And then I was like, okay, let's rotate on this objective. I wasn't expecting them to sit in that bush.
Okay.
I expected them to position maybe further closer to the first shrine,
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
We'll pretend
So,
I asked that in a
but
little bit nicer way too.
Oh no, you're good, man. Like I said, I was the feeder of that game. I was the only depth that game, so I take it. It's my cross to bear.
Feeder.
Right, feeder, pumpkin eater or something. But so, and also Uther in the off lane. I guess because that's just you filled the role of the bruiser, right?
Mm-hmm.
That sound right? Okay. So, what was y'all had Jimmy the large minion Rainer, right? Or was that just game 2? That was game 2. Y'all had Jimmy. I'm trying to remember your damage.
We had Vala game 1. Yeah, we had
Vala
Vala
and
and Orphea.
The Orphea build. I know that neither of y'all were the one playing Orphea, but she took the same build both games. She went full trait except for level 7 and 13, which I don't think have trait talents, and went with the W there. Is that something that he's been practicing a lot since the patch? Is this Orphea build?
I know 0 things about Orphea, so
Dax, can you speak to
don't
that
know.
at all?
I can speak to it a little bit. I mean, I don't want to give anything too much
Without
away.
giving away secrets of strategy, I mean, just
Right, but that seems to be his build. It seems to what he goes, and with the recent reworks, he was super hyped that Orphea is now able to be put back in his toolbox, because he was
Good.
a little disappointed that after the recent one. Like, I even agree. Like, I don't play mages very often, and I enjoyed Orphea, but I think since her recent, not this past rework, but the one before, I felt she felt kind of clunky without the dread slow talent.
right.
So
Okay.
giving the slow back, I think it's kind of like the same lines as buffing Rainer's ace in the hole. Just kind of makes them
kind of combining talents or whatever. Or I
Yep.
guess they reduced the damage on Ace in the Hole by a little bit, but gave him his own slow.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was 15% before, so like an Arthas Rainer was unstoppable. So who is the shot caller?
I think Cesdrin made a lot of the overall calls, but we all kind of like feed info, like, people watch camp timings, we call missing, we kind of spread it out like among the team so that one person isn't stuck trying to like watch and do everything.
Okay. All right. But when it comes to like calling targets in a fight and things like that, who usually takes the lead? I guess is more of the question. I mean, if you don't want to reveal that, that's okay.
Yeah, I think we'll just leave it at what I said. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. All right. So I do want to know about the change in draft, because you basically almost swapped team styles, not necessarily comps, but team styles, mainly with like the ETC Uther and then the ETC Blaze on the other side. You had a really solid team fight in game 1. You had the ETC, the Orphea, the Vala, Rhaegar with the Bloodlust to bring it up, and I mean Uther does stuff too, right? So
He's there.
yeah, he's there. So and the other team, Calculated Throw, had Garrosh and a pick comp that maybe they weren't. The comp didn't look like it could really follow up a pick comp. So as long as y'all survived the toss and that engage, y'all absolutely had the fight, and it worked out really well for y'all. Y'all dominated the shrines. You dominated any fights that y'all ended up in as a team. So what was the thought from going from an ETC hard engage comp into like a Garrosh pick comp instead?
I mean, they took the ETC first pick on the second match.
I guess that hurts,
So
yeah.
we didn't have ETC, and so we just, said, hey, we have, it's obviously not the only hero our tank plays, so we figured, we'll just flex into something else, pick a different type of comp.
All right, fair enough. And then Dax, you went from Uther to Leoric. I mean, Entomb's huge. Buried Alive is huge. And I've seen a lot of Leoric on this map in particular as the offlaner. So I guess kind of the thoughts behind that.
Zul's banned out. Zul's actually my favorite double soaker. I think that was the idea of going into that map is since they took the ETC from us, they banned the Uther, so we weren't going to get a double support comp back. So why not try and really pressure that bottom lane? and a double soaker. So in my opinion, Zul's probably the best double soaker, and Leo is shortly after. But then opening up with the Entomb and then whatever Orphea ult that says wanted to go. We didn't opt for the dirty bathtub combo, so I think it worked out. Just being able to maybe get
the
a random
Entomb,
pick.
yeah, the Entomb with the crushing jaws is huge, absolutely bonkers. I will say I am proud of you, and I'll only say that once. You did go with Ominous Wrath and Royal Focus, and I've seen a lot of the kind of the meme auto attack talents there towards the end from the Leoric, but the ability to turn a 5v5 into what I call a 4v2.5 with that set of skills is also amazing, because that, and I'll ask you about it in a second, but when you have a Jaina and an ETC combo, and then you reduce all of their damage by half, so even though you're rooted and stunned and sundered and combusting, it's not doing a whole lot of damage. It makes it really easy to turn the fight. So y'all were really well ahead in game 2, and then as I called it in the cast, Jaina laid down a ring that looks even better than the one I gave my wife. How were y'all feeling at that point? What were comms like? Because that's when they officially had the lead, or had advantage, and then the next altar they had the lead, but y'all were able to take a fort back after that. So talk to me about losing that fight and then coming back, that process of coming back from it.
I mean, it was obvious, we definitely lost that fight. We were, calls were made back out, whoever's still alive, leave if you can. And then, we just tried to reset. Obviously, by our past record, coming back from like bad team fights or being behind was something we had struggled with. So we were just trying to be disciplined about staying back, safely soaking, catching ourselves back up to the point where we could go back in and then take back control of the game and be in the lead again.
Okay. Was there any kind of adjustment to your approach going in once you felt how Sunder into the Roth could what it could do? Did y'all try to bait anything out? Were y'all adjusting who your target was? Anything like that?
I think we were definitely more careful going in.
Okay.
I think I got ringed at least once, maybe twice more. So thanks for all the beautiful rings that I got tonight, guys.
The rings were nice. My wife is jealous, or at least she will be when she goes and
I will
rewatches it. You what?
Yeah.
I will say, Gil, in our comms, we I know Born didn't say, but we gave mad props to them in our comms with that combo on when we were trying to invade.
Well,
their
it was
camp.
well deserved.
We're
sure.
that was was we're holy s, that was good.
Yep.
Let's just kind of regroup, refocus, just continue to get soak. And because I think at that point we did have a little bit of a lead, so losing 1 to 2 towers, and then maybe the boss kind of made it back to 0, and that's what the call was in chat. The thing about Towers of Doom is if you can even it back up, it's a fresh game at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Every altar is a new chance. You're never really out of the game until your core hits 0.
Yep.
All right, so I have one more real serious HOTS related question, and then a couple of fun ones. So looking at this match, you got a sweep, you got your first match win. What coming out of it do you think your team did the best, and what do you think you most need to work on looking at this match in particular?
I think just from how we were communicating in our comms, I think we communicated better than we have before. So I would say that would be our best. Dax, I don't know if you felt something different. But I thought our comms were on point for that game, for sure. Everyone was communicating, cooldowns and things like that. So I think that was good. And I think improvement-wise, I'm gonna let Dax answer.
Okay.
No, I agree with Born. I think the top thing was comms. Just everybody on the team is really fun and easygoing. So nobody really wants to drop the hammer or make shot calls or be the bad person if it doesn't go a certain way. But I think we finally just evened it out and said, okay, X person's calling macro, X person's calling engages, X person's doing the draft, and then that's it. Born being the captain, if there's a squabble, she can have final say.
Okay.
But other than that, I think it's just practicing specific things when we have the time together to get some games in, like just having a sense of direction on what we want to do and what we want to accomplish, versus just kind of randomly picking things maybe into quick match, unranked, or ranked queue. Just having a sense of direction.
All right, so that sense of direction, a little bit more cohesion and comp like pre-thought. Okay. All right, so Dax, as the resident team feeder, what's your favorite food?
I'd have to say pizza.
What kind?
To be boring. Cover your ears.
Uh-oh, here comes the anchovies and pineapple.
Here it comes. Oh God.
No, any pizza really. Like other than
Any
mushrooms, I'm not a
pizza?
mushroom. Any pizza, like it can be cold over the night before. Like
Wait,
pizza's just good all the
What
time.
did you say about
Cold
mushrooms?
pizza's the best.
Anything but mushrooms. Mushrooms you can just
Anything
eat in
but
the
mushrooms.
garbage.
I think they actually
Anything but
had
mushroom.
I think they provide a decent complement to the mushrooms, or the mushrooms provide a decent complement, depending on what's on it. So where do you stand on the pineapple argument then, as a pizza person?
This will be a room divided here. I don't like pineapple with red sauce. Everybody watching, looks like we got some good viewers here. I recommend, if you make it at home, pineapple pizza with sweet chili on it
Interesting.
instead of red sauce.
I like those garlic parmesan sauces, but I think pineapple's okay as long as it's like a Hawaiian pizza, like the pineapple Canadian bacon, or even maybe pineapple pepperoni. That's a lot of peas. Holy crap! But overall, I don't think pineapple belongs near a pizza unless it's a Hawaiian style pizza. Born, food.
Yes.
Let's go.
My favorite food, sushi.
I almost said that.
So when's
My
dinner?
absolute favorite. Hopefully sushi takeout on Saturday. Gonna treat
Once the
myself this
quarantine's
weekend.
over.
Treat yourself. Yeah, I need some sushi too. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, love the sushi. Clearly a taco guy. What's your favorite type of sushi? Eel, crab. They got that tuna, maybe that salmon roll.
My absolute favorite, and people are probably gonna think this is super weird, but there's a place near me that makes shrimp tempura roll, and I asked them to put cream cheese on it, and it is the best thing you will ever have in your life.
That sounds kind of standard, but that's also a little boring.
I'm sorry. That's my absolute favorite.
No offense. No offense. That's just a little bit boring on the sushi side.
It used to be their lobster roll until they took it off the menu.
Okay.
And I was sad forever, so now I just have to eat shrimp tempura rolls.
JakeBot wants me to ask Dax about beef.
It's my cologne.
Oh, okay. Is that what the whole smells like beef thing was about?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is what JakeBot does. He tells people they smell like beef. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So Born, my other really fun. This is kind of my canned question for the week. Not gonna lie, but if you had a superpower, no infinite wish style loopholes, like you can't wish for more wishes. You can't have a superpower to get more superpowers. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
Flying, for sure.
Okay, now, how would you handicap it? And let me give you an example. If I had the power to teleport, the handicap would be that I would end up 6 feet above the ground, not above my target because that's loopholeable, but I would end up 6 feet above the ground wherever I teleported. Or I could only teleport to gas station bathrooms, something like that.
Ugh. I could only fly if I'm wearing a ridiculous Superman style cape.
Okay, that's okay. Got a
So
condition to it, yeah.
So
Or
I can't
like
look cool while I fly.
Okay. Another fun one I've heard of is you have like super speed, but only super speed.
So you can't ever slow down.
Right. You're either not moving or you're Dax. Same question.
I would do invisibility.
Okay. Except what's the handicap?
I can be heard. It sounds like I'm walking in wet socks. It just makes that disgusting wet sock sound no matter where I go.
That's great. See, I was thinking when you said invisible, I was like, but you can only be invisible while wearing clothes, right? So you're still seeing. We watched what was it? We watched League of Extraordinary Gentlemen the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and so like, so if you had like that type of invisibility, so you could be invisible, but you'd still be seen because that would. But I like that
Still wearing clothes.
but you make a noise. You make a gross, like obvious noise. That's fantastic. All right, so is there anything else from that match you think we should point out in particular? No is an acceptable answer. I just want to make sure we covered the important things.
I think we did.
All right.
Yeah, nothing's coming to me like right off the top of my head. So yeah, I think we're good.
So, Born, shoutouts.
Shoutouts. Well, first of all, I'm going to shout out to Valk's mom. I hope.
Of course, Valk's mom.
I hope. Yeah, I hope she's watching this cast. I hope he's watching this cast. So, number one shout out.
Taco's mom is watching this cast.
Well, shout out to Taco's mom too. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
But definitely shout out to my team. Y'all played great tonight. I'm glad we were able to get our first win. Shout out to Dax for putting up with me and being my assistant captain. Shout out to my husband who's watching the stream, Mr. Born to Shine. Thanks. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and just to NGS in general for being such an awesome community.
Dax, before we get to you real quick, I just want to piggyback on the since she said it, I want to piggyback on the shout out to Taco's mom who did officially finish chemo again because
that's awesome.
Things are weird. So
oh my god, congratulations.
Really proud of her for that. She's made it through. So really happy to have spent some time with her today. But yeah, just want to finish that up. Dax, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I will also shout out your mom. That is amazing. My mother, ovarian cancer as well. She's actually on her second bout of it again.
Oh.
So she's going through it again. I know that struggle. I know that fight. So just keep pushing, mama. You'll get there. To you, Taco, always casting, always a good time watching your streams. All the casters at NGS. Calculated throw. Unfortunately, they did play us with 2 subs this week, so hopefully nothing too serious going on. I know I did hear one internet problem, and then I don't know what the other one was. But shout outs to Calculated Throw. Good sports, great matchup.
They're fun to cast. I've casted them before, and I think I ended up talking to Mystic Actress because I'm pretty sure they won the game I cast before. Yeah, they're a fun team, definitely. Anyone else?
No, that's it, man.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. I'm glad. I really like picking up your games. They're really fun to watch, and Dax, you're fun to give a hard time. So it's a 2 for 1.
That's what I'm here for.
Thanks so much for the casting. We appreciate it.
I love it. Definitely. I had a great time, and I may have even memed a little bit in there. So after you watch it, let me know. Get back to me.
I'll watch it tomorrow.
All right. Great job. Congratulations on the first win of the season and a sweep of a match. I'm gonna lie to you and have one more question following up. Now that you have forward momentum, not necessarily your next match, but what team are you excited to play against?
I mean, I'm definitely excited for next week's match where we're facing Full Meta Jacket. I'm looking forward to that.
Great name also.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I'm definitely excited. We still have some flex matches to schedule too. So, oh yeah, shout out to all of you from NGS watching. Schedule your flex matches.
Coming from the board member, Born to Shine. Just as important as call your mother. Schedule your flex matches.
And eat your vegetables.
And eat
These are
your
the 3
vegetables.
Things.
All right, Dax,
3 things.
Any team in particular you're looking forward to?
No, I mean, like you said, continuing the momentum here. Keep moving forward. Looking forward to maybe some rematches if we can find our way into playoffs and replaying those teams that when we were trying to find our way.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Let me update the map scores and things like that because I'm good at this game. I promise. And we will thank you so much, Born and Dax, for coming to hang out with me, answering my ridiculous questions. It's great to have you. It's great to see you in the winner's circle as well, and I look forward to the rest of your season.
Thank you, and thanks again for the cast. We had fun.
Taco.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great night. Don't celebrate too hard, but do celebrate.
I'm already drinking.
There
I'm
you
celebrating
go. Well, how
by
do you
going
think
to
I
bed.
got Dax? How do you think I got through talking about you playing this game, huh?
Ooh.
No, I'm sure. Listen, I look forward to that.
All
I'm just gonna do a
right.
shot every time I die.
Oh, see, that's what I should do next time. Absolutely.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Yep.
All right, y'all have a great one. And to my audience, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I do have another match here in about 30 minutes. I'm gonna send y'all over to Murda.